Hello guys, welcome to another Wi-Fi battle, this time against msmasterch33f. I was on Abra's Asylum and he was looking for a battle. I was too, and this turned out to be quite a fun match and an awesome one too, so let's get into it. I lead with my Kajondo, he leads with his Gyarados, his Intimidate. So predicting the obvious fake out, because that's what all Kajandas does. He's gonna go into his Skarm to take the hit. So now I'm gonna switch out because it's not a good matchup. But he just Whirlwind, predicting I think the switch. He Whirlwind me into my Glider, my Dragonite. But it's not a good matchup for me, so I'm gonna switch into my Fired Up to get a little advantage. But he switches as well into a Swampert. And I'm gonna switch into my Ferrothorn as he just set up his Stealth Rocks. So now I'm gonna set up my Stealth Rocks as he switches out into his Infernape. So I predict some kind of fighting move maybe and go for my Kajondo, but it just goes for the U-turn. And yeah, I start to think he's maybe Scarfed or something. So yeah, he goes into his Gyarados to get the Intimidate of me and switch into his Skarm in the incoming fake out. So now I'm gonna switch again into my Ferrothorn, predicting like the Brave Bird maybe, but he doesn't. He starts to set up a layer of spikes. So he set up the second layer and my first Leech Seed misses, which sucks for me, but didn't really matter in the long run. So I'm just gonna set up now I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed again. He's gonna hit, but he gets out the third layer of spikes. So now I predict him to switch, go for the T-Wave, but he doesn't switch. This Skarm gets paralyzed and gets fully paralyzed after that, which, oh well, didn't really matter. So now I go for the Gyro Ball just to see how much it would do, but doesn't do jack squat, so yeah, that was a waste of a turn there, but oh well. So after the Leech Seed I'm gonna get back at full HP and I'm gonna switch into my Heatran, predicting like the Brave Bird or the Roost maybe, and it does go for the Roost. So now I'm gonna predict him to switch and go for the Substitute switch after the Leech Seed. Okay, but so I predict the switch, he goes into his Swampert, so I substitute, and now I'm gonna go for the Toxic, but he actually is gonna predict that he's gonna go into his Reuniclus to take the Toxic, because now Reuniclus has Magic Guard like Clefable, so yeah, Toxic will not do anything to it. So I go for the Earth Power to get damage on it, but he actually goes for the Psychic over the Focus Blast. I don't know exactly why, but yeah, he would have break my sub there, so okay. So he breaks my sub with the second Psychic, so now I'm gonna go for the sub again as he recovers up, and I'm gonna go again. After we get our lefties, I'm gonna go again for the Earth Power to get some more damage on it, which I do, and now he's gonna go for the Focus Blast. He should have gone for it earlier, but maybe he was afraid of the miss, I don't know. So yeah, he goes for the Focus Blast, break my sub, and now I'm gonna switch into my Glider, my Dragonite, because I know he can take a Focus Blast, but he actually predicts my switch and goes for the Psychic. So since I don't want to face a Reuniclus, I'm just gonna go for the Outrage to take it out, because I really don't want to face one right now. So yeah, now I predict this switch. I send out my Ferrothorn thinking he's gonna send in his Gyarados, but he sends in his Skarm instead. So I'm gonna Leech Seed it as a Whirlwind, which I thought he would do, and he whirlwinds me into my Heatran. So now I'm gonna predict him to predict me to go for the sub, and I'm just gonna go for the Lava Plume. So So yeah, I'm gonna go for the lava plume. It does stay in predicting my substitute, which is nice because now Scarm is out of the way, which is awesome. So yeah, now he sends in the beast, his Infernip, and I'm just gonna switch out into my Kajondo, basically as Death Father, to take the fighting move, and he does take it. It's gonna take me out, which sucks, but oh well. Kajondo cannot do much more now that his sash is broke. So now I send in my Rio necklace, as he sent out his Swampert. So I'm gonna go for the Psychic on the Swampert, which was supposed to go for the Infernip, and it does a little bit on the ref. So I'm gonna go for the second one, get him to low red, and I'm gonna speed up this part because he's pretty much me recovering up and calm minding, trying to set up on this Swampert. So yeah, as you can see, Earthquake, calm mind, recover. I should have maybe speed this a little bit more, but yeah. So how have you been, guys? Question of the day: what do you think of the 5th gen metagame so far? In my opinion, I actually enjoy it. So yeah, I think there's a brand new. Well, you get the idea. Sorry, I cannot talk. So yeah, now that I'm almost at full, I'm gonna go for the Psychic, finish him off now. And yeah, I get my lefties. So now he's gonna go into his Infernip and goes for the U-turn, which led me to think and that did a lot of damage, considering that I'm running a lot of EVs in defense. But I survive, which means that I can kill the thing that comes in next, and it's a Garchomp, which is awesome. So now he brings back his Infernip, goes for the U-turn, and at this point I'm pretty much sure that he's banded, I think. So yeah, so now he's gonna bring in his Gyarados on the U-turn, and I'm gonna bring in my Weavile. I don't know why people don't use Weavile more, cause this thing is awesome. So I go for the Night Slash, finish off the Gyarados, cause yeah, Weavile is beast like that. He has a lot of attack and speed, and he only has his Infernip left, so he locks himself into Mach Punch. So I bring in my Heatran, thinking I can leave one, but the Entry has to do way too much and is able to take me out. So now we're both to our last Pokemon. So he's gonna go for the Mach Punch, and it's a question of if I live or not, and I live with 6 HP. So since Infernip is really frail, I'm gonna go for the Agyro Ball and take him out. So good game, msmasterch33f. Rate, comment, sub, guys, and see you next time. Peace out, people.